Hi, everybody. This is Saad. Some of you who follow me on social media know that I will periodically post, a random tweet where I uh, state my position of disdain towards some television show or some, musical group or musical genre. And so, what I thought I would do, many of you remember when David Letterman used to have his, daily top 10 list. I'm going to give you here a a list of 10 things I despise, but not in any ranked order. Just there's I sort of listed them as they came to, top of mind. So here we go. You ready? And then I'll make comments about some of these, and maybe some of them don't even need any editorializing. So here we go. Things I despise. Number one, the Beatles. Why are they top of mind today? Because my wife and I were in the car at various points and today, and on two separate occasions, a Beatles song came on, and it's always been the case. Even when I was a kid, I recoil in utter auditory horror when I hear the Beatles. I might be able to, withstand the onslaught of, yesterday. It's kind of a melancholic song. That's reasonable. But most of their songs have this grating quality to them. It's unbearable. It's auditory jihad. It's an affront to human decency. So, number one, the Beatles. My apologies, Sir Paul McCartney. Number two, within the same general frame of auditory jihad, Elvis Presley. Can't stand him. I mean, not him as a person. By the way, I remember when he passed away, I was at Camp B'nai B'rith. Here's this Lebanese Jewish kid, just came to Canada, and I'm thrown into this hellhole with all these, Canadian Jewish kids that are super cliquish. And the only thing that made me survive that camp is the fact that I was destroying everybody in soccer. All right, number three, classical music. There are a few classical music pieces that, you're like, wow, that's beautiful. Like a beautiful, you know, uh, piano piece or a gentle violin piece. But the general kind of crazy, it's to me, it's like heavy metal of the ancient period. Speaking of heavy metal, opera is basically death metal masquerading as a form of cultured taste. So, number three, classical music. Number four, opera. Yes, I said it. I hate the Beatles. I despise Elvis Presley. Classical music is an affront to human dignity. Opera is just some fat person screaming. Can't stand it. Number five, heavy metal. Stop it. Okay. Now it could be heavy metal, it could be death metal, which even word rah, 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 death, 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 death. Very nice. Very nice. It's so beautiful. Only a truly cultured ear can listen to death, 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 death. I'm trying to say death. It's hard to say. Very, very nice. So beautiful. I have a very good friend who's into this stuff. And I was once joking with him that here are, I'm going to guess what the top five songs from death metal is. Death, Death, Death is the title of one song. Skulls and the Devil is another one. Skulls and, Bang Your Skull is another one. The Evil Lucifer is another. And Death is a fifth one. That's the top five songs ever in death metal. Very, very nice. Very cultured. Beautiful. It uplifts you. Number six, we now enter the world of television. Friends. I genuinely believe that the television show Friends should be something that you bring charges against the people who created Friends in The Hague as a crime against humanity. I watch how they act and they deliver and that kind of obnoxious. There's an expression in Arabic that I could say that it's kind of a Lebanese Jewish Arabic, shi'lut. Like it's a level of obnoxiousness that's difficult to bear. That's Friends. And then the later generation, so we're now at number seven, Oh, yeah, the Big Bang Theory. They're just so clever. I love the laugh track that tells you now laugh like a moron at their stupidity. So let's go back. The Beatles, Elvis Presley, classical music, opera, heavy metal, Friends, the Big Bang Theory. We got three left. You ready? Seinfeld's stand-up shtick. It's only top of mind because I love Seinfeld, the television series. It truly is, one of the great series. But if you remember early in that television show, Seinfeld would do his stand up stuff. I grimace I shift in my seat as I listen to him deliver some of the most inane. What's up with books? I mean, books, are they in a library? I mean, it's just unbelievable how obnoxious it is. Number 9, progressives. That's, of course, you would know that based on the parasitic mind. Every single idea pathogen that is ruining the West, if not the world, comes from a progressive leftist professor. And then number 10, conformists. The world is shaped not by fence sitters, not by those who go along to get along, not by those who don't wish to rock the boat, whether it be in art or it be in science, whether it be in being an author, any creative pursuit, the people who, politics, anything, leadership, it's those who shake things up, who go against the grain, not because they just wish to be contrarian, but because they have strength in their convictions, they have strength in in the belief of what they're trying to do, and therefore they stand up and say, here I am, take it or leave it. This is my art, this is my thoughts, here are my principles, here are my positions, here is my scientific theory, and I don't care whether it goes with the orthodoxy or not. So let's wrap it up. Things I despise: the Beatles, Elvis Presley, classical music, opera, heavy metal, Friends, the Big Bang Theory, Seinfeld stand-up comedy, progressives, and conformists. Let me know in the comments which ones you agree with, which ones you disagree with, in which case, of course, you're wrong. You're basically saying you're wrong. And give me some of your things that you hate. Other than, of course, you hate professors who are opinionated about the things that they hate. I'll spare you writing that one. All right, guys. Have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing your responses. Cheers. And don't take it so seriously. I mean, I am serious that I despise those things, but just have fun with it. Don't get so offended and so on and so triggered. Cheers, everybody.